can each of you talk about the business skills that you had to develop in order to run your business, and then how many of you are LLCs? And then Jen, I'll get to you on the 501c3 nonprofit. So anyone can start here.
I met a guy probably 6 or 7 years after being in LA and still not having any luck getting work. However, what I mean by work for me was being a session singer, working on SAG-AFTRA contract as a singer. And so I was teaching the voice lessons and teaching the piano lessons and playing for the shows and stuff like that. But felt like I was spinning my wheels. And I met with a business guy one day who I saw was in music and was very successful. And he goes, "You're a singer, but you're not being a businessman." So I asked him, I said, "Can I hire you and take you to lunch and just tell me what to do? I'm lost for what to do." He said, "This is what you have to do. You have to get an office, like get an official studio. You can't teach stuffing your socks under the bed at your apartment. And you have to, you should get an assistant." So I started out literally with an assistant that I paid 15 minutes a day to make phone calls for me and paid her $200 a month. This was a long time ago. She's still with me today, though. And he said, get an office, get an assistant, come up with your policies. In other words, start a business, get an S corp. So I did all that. I literally stepped out on a limb because I had no other choice. It was either that or just keep doing what I'm doing. What did I have to lose? So when I did that process, it took about 3 months. Within 9 months, my business doubled, my clients, everything. And then after that, it kind of exponentially. It feels like it's sort of overnight, but it's not at all.
And I got a DBA, which is called Doing Business As, which because when I started, I had no idea what I was doing, and so I got a DBA, and that's something we actually go to, where you get a certification notarized, and you get a DBA, and Doing Business As, and so you register your business. You can do that online. I believe it's less, and you can do it online. There are people that would do it for you, but they charge more money, but you can get a DBA. It will allow you to establish a business without necessarily having to get an LLC. So I did that, and I established the Rainbow Butterfly Cafe. And then I just started taking classes. There's something called the Center for Cultural Innovation. I believe that's it. And they offer a lot of business classes geared toward artists. And they have a 12 to 8 week class, 8 to 12 week class called the Business of Art. They offer a lot of classes, and there are a ton of books on starting your own business. The University of YouTube is just wonderful for here's the thing, guys. And then also do those free webinars that that are gonna set you up to spend a lot of money. Just do the free webinars if you can't afford to make the investment. Because, I can't afford to make a $10,000 investment in a class, but you just have to get your resources where you can. And I think, again, you can embrace being a creative business person. I think if artists are like, "Oh, I'm an artist, I don't do business." Well, actually, if you're an actor, you do business. Because that's how you have to get. We are business people. We are creative. You may not go to the office from 9 to 5 in our, our Chanel suits or whatever, but we are business people. And so whether we're promoting a play we did or a film we did or our business, we are business people. So I think once you shift that mindset, it's a lot easier. Because and your business is a service. You know, whether you're entertaining or you need guys teaching, acting, singing. You know, I'm doing more of the diversity through my business. It's a service, and therefore you need to market your business. We know about McDonald's because they market. We know about different places because they market their services. That's how we know. So we, as artists, even if they're solo careers or solopreneurs, we still need to find ways to market your business in a way that feels authentically comfortable to you. You know, I don't do Snapchat because I don't get Snapchat. I don't know why I have to look like a pig on the air. I don't get that. But, you know, but that's not for me. You know, but that might be for somebody else. So I think it's marketing your business in a way that really feels authentically comfortable for you. And that might be different for each of you, but you need to find a way that, again, feels through your authentic heart and through your heart what feels best for you.
Can I say something? The one thing that when I first started looking at doing my business is I tried to be everything and do everything, and it was a lot of pressure that started to mount because I had to go to YouTube to learn how to do this before it would get done. And one of the things I noticed, there was a turning point for me when I started to realize, oh, okay, I can do these certain things, but there's someone else out there who I might have to hire to help me with this, and I'll get it done quicker if I invest some money in that area. So that, to me, it's also funny when you bring in if you're working on a musical track and it's just you, well, it's going to sound good, but if you bring in 4 other people, it's going to just sound amazing, much more than if it's just you, because there's now 4 different people who have their energies going into it. So that was something for many years I wanted to just, oh, it's all me, I'm doing everything, and I'll get to it. But that was not something that ended up serving me well. I had to go out and hire out.
But the only reason why I was able to do it was because I had to become an expert, or at least know a little bit about every single aspect of the business. No different than the actor learning what the casting process is really like, and the stages of it, and what everyone's doing on set. And just the behind the scenes will make you a better in front of the scenes. So as a solo entrepreneur, I worked on this by myself for over 2 years. That was the most difficult part of raising money and asking somebody for, you know, over $100,000. I had to be able to convince them that I could wear every hat in the company. And that's just getting from, you know, zero of, you know, sketches to wireframes to clickable prototypes to working with a team of people to build it. Like, I had to, you know, there's hundreds of integrations that I had to purposely pick, and I'd never built an app before or started a company. So I had to know all these things. And that's just getting to launch. And then I guess the last piece of it is that experience is why, you know, the whole build it and they will come thing maybe works for some things, but when you build an app, it'll crash. And I mean, I needed to know how to get it in front of people, how to make a real value proposition and really touch on people's pain points to get it off the ground and get to the point where we're at now.